Hey everybody, I'm Ross the Boss, and I want to talk sports with you, cowboy. Great day, Monday, May 21st. It's a little cloudy here in Los Angeles, but it's okay. I like the cool weather. It's about 68, 67 degrees. I don't have to run the AC. Everything's great. Um, Big weekend. Last night, let's talk about it. Golden State, they just didn't beat Houston, they annihilated them. I told you to bet Golden State. I said give away the seven. Didn't matter. I didn't think it would be a 41-point win for Golden State. 41 points, not 31, not 21, 41. That's a lot of points. They won by. It's like embarrassing, actually. I mean, 41 points, NBA basketball game. I guess Houston didn't really play defense. Um, that's embarrassing, but still, win's a win. Doesn't matter if you win by 10 or 20 or 40 or doesn't 50, doesn't matter. But Golden State's ahead 2-1. Steph Curry had the game of his life. He's back. The two-time MVP. He's back. 35 points. He was bad. He said some bad words. When he made some shots, he was mouthing off. His mom saw that in all seriousness, and she wants him to wash his mouth out with soap. With soap. Because she was so embarrassed of Steph Curry and his language. You have children, Steph Curry. Watch what you say. I don't care if you're happy or sad. Doesn't matter. You're on national TV. You act like a two-time MVP. Got it? Good. His mom was not happy. She even watched it twice. She watched the tape twice. She called him 3 times and said, "Son, don't do the bad language. We're very, very respectful people here. It's embarrassing." And he listened. He apologized. Just shows you, mom always wins. But I thought the game was boring. I turned it off. But I did watch the Las Vegas Golden Knights win the game to go to the Stanley Cup. As I predicted, I said the Golden Knights would make the Stanley Cup this year. If you bet it, beginning of the year, is 500 to 1. Congratulations. You have a golden ticket. You should go to Vegas to like next week and just hedge your bet. Bet the team in the East, like put like, I don't know how much you bet on it, but put like 10 grand on the whoever wins the East. We'll talk about it in a second, and hedge it. I mean, if you bet 100, you can win like $50,000 if you bet $100. Then you guaranteed, at least if the Vegas doesn't win, at least you win like 10,000. You know what I mean? But congratulations, Golden Knights. It's the best story in sports right now. Best story of the decade. Expansion team making it to the Stanley Cup Finals. There's teams that haven't been in the Stanley Cup Finals ever in their existence. There's also teams that haven't been in the Stanley Cup Finals in 40 years. I mean, like the Toronto Maple Leafs. They haven't been in the finals for years. And first team, expansion team, boom, they're in. It's unbelievable. It's I don't care if you're a hockey fan or not, doesn't matter. This bunch of misfits that got together, they're in the Stanley Cup final. They're 4 games away from winning the Stanley Cup. They're 4 games away from winning the cup in Vegas, and you know how much they'll party in Vegas with that cup. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be at the Paris Hotel. It's going to be at Caesar. It's going to be at the Mirage. It's going to be hanging from the chandeliers. It's going to be unbelievable. And Ross the Boss will be there also. Tonight, we got the Capitals at home against Tampa Bay. That's game 6, everybody. Game 6. So I'm taking the Capitals. You know why? Because it's going to go to game 7. So tonight, we're going to take the Capitals tonight. I know Tampa Bay is a better team. I just have a feeling this is going to game 7. I don't know. It's my prediction. What do you want from me? It's hot. I just see the Capitals winning it. I see it come to game 7. Game 7 is going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be great. So there you go. NBA, the other game tonight in NBA, Cleveland is at home against the Celtics. Every game in this series has been a blowout. Every game, the home team wins by like a lot. So you know what we're doing? We're taking Cleveland. We'll give away the 6, 7 points. Doesn't matter. It's always been like the games are like the most boringest thing. You turn it on until the second half, and then you turn it off. You know, it's boring. You know, actually it's embarrassing that none of these teams can win away. So at least hockey they win away. You know what I mean? The other great baseball. Today's Monday. I got my power picks, my power ratings. Excuse me, power ratings. Number one, New York Yankees. I hate to say that. Ugh. I know the Yankees and Red Sox have a tied record, but I'm not taking the Red Sox second. I'm taking Houston. They've been playing great ball the past 2 weeks. I'm taking Houston as the second. Red Sox, well, the third power. And then four, I'm going to say it just because I think they're playing great baseball and I'm rooting for them because they're all young guys. Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Braves have a great record in the National League. They've won the past 10 games, they've won 7 out of 10 games and only lost three. They're playing great baseball. They're young. They're motivated. They remind me of Houston, but they're in the National League. You know what I mean? They have like this young pitching staff. They have these young stud hitters. They're good. I like watching the Braves. I'm rooting for them now. Go Braves. Let's talk about the Preakness real quick. I told you the favorite was going to win. Doesn't it went pretty easy. I would say the mud was awful. It was no way to predict that race except for the winner. It was just awful. I mean, just everything was bad. But it was fun to watch. We'll see what happens in the Triple Crown. I'm Ross the Boss. I love talking sports with you, cowboy.